Hey y'all, today we are filming the roommate tag, and this is my roommate Rebecca.
Hi.
This is our room in college. We live in a dorm. It's pretty small. I have a tour of it. I'll link it like up here. You should watch it. That's when it used to be very clean, and 8 months later, it's never clean. It's never. That's the cleanest it's ever been, and the cleanest it ever will be. But at least we have it on video.
True.
I don't know. So I'm just gonna go through these questions. Neither one of us has looked at them yet, and we're gonna answer them. So it's gonna be a fun time. We wanted to tell y'all about this. Us and our hallmates are making these shoes. Okay, this is such an awkward.
You ready?
Wait.
Awesome shoes.
This is what our shoes look like. And okay, so we made those awesome shoes, and we're selling them on Etsy. It's us and then 2 of our other friends, my next door neighbor and our other friend Grayson. We are all selling these shoes on Etsy. So y'all should buy a pair. They're made of paracord. They're really hipster looking. They're really cool.
They're awesome. And they're like
mine.
DIY chacos.
Yes, and I've been wearing mine all day, and they rock. And I'm obsessed with them. So y'all should check them out on Etsy. Okay, so the first question is, did you guys know each other before you became roommates?
No, we did not.
We met each other. Is that the next question? No. So we, at school, you have to like apply for housing, and you can either room with somebody that you know. So like some people room with their friends in high school, and then both of us did not. We just chose like, it's kind of like an online dating service is basically how it works.
We basically started dating in May.
And it's like, so you like fill out your information, and then you say like what you want in a roommate and what you don't want in a roommate, and then she does that too, and then you get matched. And I was matched 100% with like 700 people, and I went through 45 people, like 45 girls. They're all girls that you get matched with, obviously. So I went through like 45 people, and just none of them were right. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna scroll to the last person I have 100% with, and it was Rebecca. So we messaged on Facebook, and
that's how we fell in love.
Yeah, exactly. it was basically destiny that we were roommates. Okay, number 2. What did y'all initially think of each other the first time you met?
So we met
in like a shopping center.
And we ate lunch.
It was the day after 4th of July.
Yeah.
And 4th of July, it rained all night.
Yeah.
Because I was at home by myself for 4th of July.
Yeah. I remember I was really nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, because this is the girl I'm gonna live with for the next year of my life.
And it was a done deal at that point.
It
like,
was.
We had already signed our contract.
So I was like, okay, I really hope she's cool. And it ended up being awesome, and we like hit it off.
Yeah.
I'd say that day.
And we went shopping at IKEA and Target. And oh, that was so long ago. That was so much fun. Oh. Rebecca's very good at like figuring out faces. And so she had seen my Facebook stuff. Like I was like only mildly sure of what she looked like, and so I was like, I don't really know.
Really?
Yeah, I had to meet you, and I was like, I don't really know what she looks like. But you were on top of it. You knew who I was.
Oh, I had Facebook stalked you already.
And YouTube. I told her about YouTube.
You.
How long did it take until y'all became friends? Instantaneously.
Yeah, I would say we really hit it off like pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, by the time we got close, I mean, you kind of like bop around for a little bit before.
Yeah,
like,
we kind of derped around like the first few weeks of school, but
within a few weeks we were like,
we were
close.
like with each other so much.
Yeah.
That it like
we like live in this box. Our room is so small. Like
yeah.
What do you guys usually argue about? We don't really argue about
I don't think we really argue. I sometimes leave things in the refrigerator and they smell bad.
So
what else? Sometimes we lock each other out.
That happens.
Not that often,
but
though.
And never in the shower. Never once while the other person is showering. Bless that.
Bless.
We don't really argue about anything. Our sleeping schedules are totally off, but that's not like we don't argue about that. We can't help that.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your alarms go off.
Oh yeah, I'm really bad at waking up in the morning, and I set probably like 20 alarms, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, we don't even argue about that. I just kind of make fun of how obnoxious that one song is.
That one song.
We don't argue about anything.
We really don't.
To answer that question.
I don't think we've ever like even fought.
No.
I've never been mad.
That's good. What is one thing that really bothers you that your roommate does? That one alarm, that was it.
Okay, wait, let me think.
There's got plenty, I'm sure. Sometimes I'll leave my clothes up there for like, you don't even ever say anything about that though. No. I bother myself
I don't
with
care.
that.
Yeah, I don't think it really bothered me ever. Yeah, no.
We just get along really well.
I'll probably think of something.
Yeah, at the end.
I won't. You're perfect.
You're so sweet. Do y'all both have the same passion for makeup?
I'd say your passion is bigger, more elaborate.
Yeah?
You are.
Rebecca likes makeup though.
I do. We can talk about it.
We can talk about makeup.
Yeah.
And beauty videos.
Yes.
Which is so much. We watch so much. Okay, pretty much Beauty Baby 44 is like
shout out to
our
Lindsay.
biggest girl crush. Like, we're obsessed with her, so
she's so
like
awesome.
We'll actually just sit and watch her vlogs, and it's perfect because we love her so much. What does she think of YouTube?
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Love the YouTube.
I remember when you first messaged me and told me you had a YouTube, I was like, is this real? Does she YouTube famous? Oh my gosh.
It's the best thing ever!
I think it's awesome. I love it.
Who spends more time getting ready in the morning? That's me, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Definitely me. That's because I shower in the morning, Rebecca showers at night.
Yeah.
What is something that you didn't notice about each other until you became roommates? Well, we've only ever been roommates.
Yeah.
What?
It's hard.
No, we've only ever been roommates, so we can't answer this question.
Yeah.
We weren't like friends before roommates because we've only ever been roommates. Do you guys sometimes get fed up with each other from seeing each other too often?
Not really.
We don't, like, we're not like in this room for hours on end together either. Like, we live on a, you know, school's big and like,
yeah.
We're not even, we basically sleep in this room and derp in this room.
I
That's
kind of like, I feel like when I come home after class, like, I like being able to come home to like,
this
I don't
room.
know. Yeah, to this room. And yeah.
I like being able to talk, I tell Rebecca about my day.
Yeah.
I like just talk nonstop about it.
I like being able to like have a friend to come home to.
Exactly.
And, like, it's nice.
Kind of like your mom, only.
Sarah's my mom. Not actually.
Not really.
Wait. Really?
What? Okay, how do you avoid tension while living together?
I think we just like communicate really well, and like if something is like bothering us or like something, we'll just like say like, can you move that thing? Or
yeah, it's a lot. If you're living with a person, it's a lot better. Like if something's getting on your nerves, like just be like, oh hey, like can we fix this really fast? And if you just like do it then instead of like dwelling on it, like why would you like dwell on it until?
Because then if you dwell on it, then like people get mad and like weird emotions
and just like if. And it's always something dumb. Like we'll hear of other people like getting in fights with their roommates, and it's like, could you just not like just
you're mad, just be like, yo,
fix
like
it really
change that
fast,
really quick,
like,
and they'll be like, okay,
and like help them with, I don't know, like even if you take the initiative to like help them with whatever, I don't understand why people fight with their roommates. Actually, it doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Right.
But yeah, just communicate and like don't let it blow up. Just like say something right as it's happening. What's one rule you guys have while living together? I feel like we do have, like,
we don't let people sleep in our beds that we don't know.
That is true. That is true. No one is allowed in our lofted bunks, unless we like have permission.
Unless it's like a friend or something.
Yes. And we don't use each other's stuff without asking first.
Yeah. And we always...
Except for that one time with the toothpaste. One time, Rebecca texted me and she's like, okay, I needed a backpack, I'm borrowing your like, she asked me first and I just didn't respond, and like she needed to leave, and like she knew I was gonna be fine with it. I was totally fine with it. So she was like,
I borrowed her backpack before she said it was okay. But I was like, I'm so sorry I had to go.
I texted her and I was like, well, this morning I lost my toothpaste and you were asleep and I didn't want to wake you up, so I just used your toothpaste. And that was the only time I'd ever done that, and it was just funny because it just so happened to be the same day that you had like used my backpack. So that was really funny. But yeah, we just like ask before we use each other's stuff, and then that's about it.
We like lock the door always when we leave.
Yeah, and while we sleep. Okay, how do you deal with sharing a bathroom? We share a bathroom with like
30. Nope.
No, it's 60 something girls. It's a community bath. It's really not that bad. Everyone's so scared of community bathrooms. They're not that bad at all. Not. I mean, I wouldn't choose to do it like for the next 4 years of my life, but your freshman year of college, like it's fine.
Yeah.
So we really don't have that problem. Do you make 2 separate dinners at night? We're on dining. What is it? Meal plan.
Yeah, meal plan.
We're on meal plan, so we eat at the dining hall. We don't cook in here.
No.
Ever.
Sometimes I make rice.
Sometimes, like pizza poppers if we're feeling like really fancy. Maybe some pancakes on occasion.
Yeah.
But other than that, nationalities. We're American.
I'm from the United States.
Same. Literally same.
Okay, well then we got that one.
Do you use your roommate's things without asking? We've already established
We always talk about it before.
What are your favorite things that you do with each other?
Aww.
Derp.
We derp. We always derp.
We love derping in here.
Also, we have Hannah Montana jam sets.
Yes, we do. And then
on a regular basis. It's
sometimes
awesome.
my computer plays them the next day in class. That happened to me this week, and it was mortifying. But yes, we have, this is the downstairs, and sometimes we derp downstairs, and then, you know, upstairs, which is
our lofted bed.
Just our lofted beds. It's upstairs, or we'll like derp upstairs, you know. Sometimes we derp in the kitchen, which is the mini fridge.
The mini fridge.
No, so we just like hang out in here, and that's like the best time. Or like our hallmates will come in here and we'll like jam it out, and then we just all hang out and talk, and it's really fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What happens when one person gets sick? We had this really bad problem where I was getting sick. That has to be what had annoyed you most, because I had the worst cough for like...
It honestly really didn't even bother me. I felt bad for you. I was like, oh, Sarah.
Luckily, Rebecca is a really like deep sleeper, and so she doesn't wake up easily. But I got sick the first 2 months of college, like 2 or 3 months of college. I've had like 3 sinus infections since I moved here. I was sick like basically the whole first 3 months, and it was like really bad, and I had like a never-ending cough, and it was so persistent. Have you been sick? Once or twice?
I don't think so.
Like just a cold?
If it was like 3 days.
Right. But basically we just give each other encouraging words.
It's true. We do. It's so cute.
We like offer help. That's about it. We don't. Neither of us have ever been like thrown up in here. Thank bless.
Bless.
Have you thought about having pets or a pet? Or to have a pet? No.
We're not
allowed to have a little puppy or something. That'd be really cute.
It would. We have plants.
We have ladybugs.
Oh, yeah.
We had a mild ladybug infestation, and it was bad. But yeah, we have plants, and those are like...
Sarah has an aloe plant, and
I
had some flowers and they died. I had some more flowers and they died.
This is the best we could do, okay?
But Sarah's aloe plant is still going strong.
Yay! It's because it's basically a cactus. Those are hard to kill.
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing you've done together? We don't have a very good answer to this question, which is unfortunate.
We do a lot of fun things.
Every single day there's something funny that's happening to us. We're basically awesome. We're so fun. We're hilarious. And okay, has being roommates helped or hurt your relationship?
Helped.
And like I said,
the only relationship we've ever had.
We've only ever been roommates. Next year we are not rooming together, which is really sad.
So sad.
But we're still gonna be good friends, obviously.
Of course. I'll come visit every day.
Every single day.
Every day.
Multiple times a day.
Multiple
times. I will be there.
I will get a key.
Perfect.
For your room.
Perfect. Yeah. So that was all the questions. Sorry we didn't have answers to all of them. We're not perfect, okay? We're not.
I mean
you might be,
but
are. Okay. And that's everything. I hope you're having a great day. Them out on Etsy. Also, I'll have my temporary tattoo shop linked down below in Etsy, and also Grayson sells earrings on Etsy, and I'm going to link her link also. So all the links are going to be in the down bar. Check them out and buy some shoes from us because they're super cool, and we want everyone to have a pair. So check us out. Thank you for Rebecca for being on my channel today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. And so, like, I went through 45 of them, and they all sucked. And so, but that's not true. So I went. Yes?
No. Okay, love
Okay.
you.
Okay, bye.